Do you know the origin story of how we got Amber Alerts? It all started 29 years ago with a 9-year-old girl named Amber Hagerman. At the time of January 13th of 1996, Amber lived in Arlington, Texas with her family. She was kind, smart, and beautiful, all words used to describe her by her former classmates. But sadly, that day, 29 years ago, things would change forever. And they would change for the worse in a mere 8 minutes. It was 3:10 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon, and Amber and her brother Ricky, her little brother, were at their grandparents' house. They had been told to just ride their bikes around the block, but there was an abandoned parking lot with a very intriguing ramp. They rode around in that parking lot and they played, but her little brother Ricky decided to head back to their grandparents' house first. And then tragically at 3:18 p.m., a man who lived across the street from the abandoned parking lot witnessed another man pull up in a truck and grabbed a screaming and crying Amber off of her pink bike before forcing her into his truck. The man would later be described in his 20s or in his 30s and either being white or Hispanic. He had a medium build and was less than 6 feet tall, but nonetheless, this man would never be found. Instead, Amber's body would be found 4 days after she was taken, and it was determined that she had been kept alive for 2 days. A woman named Diane Simone, a mother herself, would hear about Amber's abduction on the news, and she wanted to do something, but she did not know what to look for. And then an idea came to her. We had weather alerts and we had civil defense alerts, but why not an alert for children? Her idea ended up taking off, and it was called the Amber Alert, which, as I'm sure many of you know, stands for America's Missing Emergency Broadcast Response. And the Amber Alert has paid off. In 2020, we actually achieved our 1,000th success story using Amber Alerts to find missing children.